Hello, hello, hello. Our fan.
We are a bit late, like.
Late.
In fact, it's nearly tomorrow.
We're talking to people into next week. We're so ahead of the game.
We definitely might still be here tomorrow.
Let's get this guy on. Let's show who he is. There he is. There he is. There's the man. Here we go.
I was going to say good evening, but it's almost good morning, isn't it?
Good morning, yes, without a shadow of a doubt. Because, we had busy things on. Had to pick up some errant lad who was in Geneva from Liverpool Airport.
Well, we've got 100% success rate, seeing as X have sent it to one person.
Oh, no.
Oh, look. Hang on.
Oh.
Wow, that must be some kind of miracle then.
Yes. Okay.
Before we move on, these numbers I'm seeing on screens, they're just made up of shite, aren't they?
They are. There's no two ways about it. It's a bit like Starmer supporters, made up numbers. Yeah, I'm standing up to Trump. Yeah, right.
Pakistani bots, mustn't they?
Or Bangladeshi.
Because it's so late, can we swear even more than we normally do? Because I'm not being funny. Like, before 6 o'clock, Dan Mutton's effing and jeffing all over the place.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, naughty boy.
But we're bad lads if we swear. I don't give a shit. I honestly do not give a shit.
Hey, it's a good job you're not in a school these days, mate.
Oh, it'd be too much, wouldn't it?
You breathe and you go, did you just say something inappropriate? Yeah, all the teachers, when they go home, will be just going and saying things even more inappropriate.
Well, let's make it real. Here we go.
The teachers forget. I've seen them all drunk.
There you go. He's just stating it as it is. Okay. Well, here it's Friday. We can lighten it up before we get on to some. I mean, look at this guy.
Just don't say any news. It's depressing. Let's just tell jokes. Isn't it?
All right. Here's the next Einstein.
This is an old one.
But I love it. I love all of those.
I don't think they're real, to be honest.
They've got to be. They've got to be. All right. And what's this? Here it is. No point in arguing with a woman. No point. And the argument continues.
It's not even real.
It is. It is real.
Okay.
Oh, God. And this guy, he was never seen. He was never seen again.
I bet you the tenner there we actually bought a proper gift, which he gives to her after that, because
that is just
he's not getting laid for a few weeks, is he?
That's class. That is class, right? And what about this? This is fantastic. This is trans explained.
Hello, miss. You want a bag for all you pop?
Sure, thanks.
But she want a bag. One bag not gonna kill planet, Janet.
It's not that.
Oh, you're the guy.
No, I just don't identify as male or female.
Oh,
Just personally, I've always felt like I've lived somewhere in between. So I go by they or them.
They're gender neutral.
who? I only see one person.
I know they is a little confusing. Some people use ze or zer.
Pronouns for non-cisgender people. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. Trans people get it a lot.
Oh, you're the trans. You don't look trans.
You can't say that either.
What? I say she look good.
They look good.
Not all trans look good. Not all Korean look good.
It's fine. I'm Eva.
Hello, Eva. I'm Mr. Kim, and this is a censorship agent.
It's nice to meet you both.
Nice meeting all of you, too.
Bye.
Okay, see you.
See now, do you know
That's not how
what?
it
Right.
works.
If that was the reaction you got, you could probably put up with it, couldn't you? The only bit that wasn't real about that was the bit where the trans didn't go.
I know. But did you hear him at the end? Z you. I'll Z you.
Some people call them ZZ. No, they don't. Like literally, not one person in my normal life, away from crazy internet world, has ever called anyone ZZM or ZZ, whatever it was.
Well,
No
this
one,
is
never, not once. Never
this
will
is
be.
what I would. This is the animal that I want. Okay, we'll finish off this second. This one. What do you think?
It's all right, that, yeah.
I like that.
Do with a couple of them as pets.
Yes. And show them to certain teachers at school. What do you think?
Nah, they wouldn't find them. They've got the. I don't know when they go through the school gates, mate. They have the sense of humour sucked out of them, replaced with the Equality Act shoved so far up the arse. That's all they spew out for the next 6 hours. Bleh. They them. Bleh. That's inappropriate. Don't be homophobic.
It all pisses me off. Okay. I picked up on this, and there's some things that you said. I mean, a joke by Farage. I mean, that.
Oh, no, you can't tell jokes anymore. Otherwise, you don't.
No jokes. No jokes. Well,
no. Don't tell jokes like 20 years ago. Fucking hell.
Well, this is a comedian calling it as it is.
There's a disease that's now infected most of Britain, isn't there? It's a moral disease. The disease of collective cowardice. We've got a police force who turn a blind eye to pedo-rape gangs for fear of being accused of being a racist. We've got a political establishment who are terrified of giving any definition of what a woman is for fear of invoking the wrath of trans rights activists. And we've got a comedy industry full of people scared of telling jokes for fear of offending the humorless and oversensitive. Most of all, we've got a general public too scared to stand up to a succession of governments who've lied to them time and time again. A succession of governments who've enriched themselves and their mates whilst making you poorer.
There you go. All right. Now, you can't
Johnny,
tell
it's not meant to be
jokes.
comedy. Is he gone back to being not funny again? Has he?
Well, he's just calling it as it is. I mean, I
of course
can't, I'll be honest with you. I can't see anything wrong with what he's saying at all.
Oh, no, it's just normally he's meant to be a comedian. He normally tries to say funny stuff, doesn't he?
Well, we've got somebody who's meant to be serious, but listen to this.
Because I'd like to begin with a comment on the housekeeping. Now, as far as the smokers here are concerned, it's been a good news, bad news story. Because the bad news was we weren't allowed to smoke until the coffee was served. But the good news, folks, for those of you that are smokers, is we were far better off here than if we'd been at Michael Barrymore's house. Because there, they've removed all the ashtrays on the basis that now they chuck all the fags in the pool.
That's
God forbid he should tell a joke how many years ago. Jail. He's probably in jail now.
Well,
Literally
listen.
Hitler.
What about Sarah Pochin? How
No,
about
she's not allowed
this?
to tell jokes. This was a really crap joke as well. I'm not
I
really
know
sure
it wasn't
how
that
that
good,
was,
but
because,
you know.
We were talking
The Berker,
about
that's
the
it.
reformed tartan then, weren't we, whilst I'm just waiting for my auto cue. And I really wanted to come on in a reformed tartan burqa, but it apparently I just wasn't allowed.
She doesn't support women wearing the burqa. That's a legitimate view.
But what's funny about it? Explain the joke.
Many people do not support women wearing the burqa. They find it repressive.
But why make fun about?
And they
Why
want to
make
live
fun of
in a
how Muslims
country
dress?
in which men and women live equally?
Do you think that all women wearing burqas are Islamist?
No.
Well, there we
But
are.
I don't
So
like.
if a left-wing
I don't
MP
like.
Why would a woman who isn't an Islamist wear a burqa?
I don't know, but it's not Islamist. It's in the Quran. It tells
in the-
Muslims that they should cover everything apart from an eye or one eye to see the way. And the people like Layla and Cunningham and that can pretend it's not in there, but I've literally got one and it is, and we've read it out before. Anyway, Alex, when you have to explain a joke, you know that I mean sometimes you have to. I don't mean to, but there's certain people in life where I don't get it, and you have to explain the joke that it's not a joke anymore, is it?
No.
But on this, it wasn't. Was it really a joke? She said, "I was going to wear a tartan burqa." And that was pretty much the joke, because she raised the burqa issue,
Yeah.
got grief for it. That's why she said I was going to wear one, but apparently I'm not allowed. Now that joke did not actually make fun of the silly letterbox at all, did it?
No.
Did it? It never made fun of the bin bag over the head. It
So
actually
why
just
is
made-
this
made
guy-
a joke about herself not being able to say something, wear something, because she's mentioned something about it before?
So why is this guy offended on behalf of all Muslims? This
mate,
this
I mean,
guy
sorry to
here,
keep
is he a
bringing-
Muslim?
So I just keep bringing the school thing up, but if you say something in school, like if two lads, one lad, another lad called another lad gay or something, then neither of them are gay, so neither of them should be offended. But as a teacher, if they hear it, will get offended on behalf of someone who's not even there, mate. That's what
I'm beginning to think, apart from
if it wasn't reform, he wouldn't get this. He wouldn't get this response. Look at him; he's like, "Oh, how dare you say something about something else?" It's like, look at his face.
I
It's got-
know,
he's
I
got one of
just-
them faces you just like to fill in the blanks.
I'm beginning to, think that this guy speaks cuntlingual. This
do.
guy from
They're all-
LBC. Listen
they're
to
all
this.
Before you do, though, they're all on X having a meltdown, going, "Oh my God, imagine what they say in private." Yeah, oh my God, imagine what you lot say in private.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
This
I know
guy-
plenty of lefties, John, and they will fucking tell jokes and do other things that. I mean, I've known, right, Jeremy Corbyn, diehard staunch Corbyn supporters, right, say way worse stuff than what Nigel Farage and what's the name?
Oh
just said.
God, yeah, I can imagine. This
Way worse,
guy,
mate. I've got it all on record.
this
as well,
guy
actually.
speaks cuntlingual. This guy, this LBC guy, cuntlingual.
The word of the day is cunt lingual. A person who speaks fluent bullshit with confidence, eye contact, and unnecessary aggressive hand gestures. Has earned a graduate's degree in nonsense and deception. Probably an arsehole. Needs no subtitles
Definitely an arsehole.
because it's all bullshit in every language. Fuckery commencing.
There you go. That's what I think he is. And, I just don't understand where they get this, feigned outrage from. I mean, here's another guy that does it, right?
Before you do, it comes from people, and I can testify because I've heard them, who say like the likes of Farage and Trump, and that should be shot, executed. Yet they get upset when someone makes a joke, a gay joke, which isn't aimed at gay people.
Yeah,
If anything,
absolutely.
it's probably more aimed at. Was it aimed at Michael Barrymore? What was it really aimed at? You know what I mean? It was just
It's a
was a
joke.
And like the weird thing is do you know who the people are I hear make the most gay jokes? Do you know,
Gays?
this might blow people's minds. Well, it won't if you've got one. Gays.
Gays? They
Yeah,
make
yeah,
the
yeah.
most jokes.
Yeah. Like we all take the piss out of ourselves, to get
Yeah.
through life and have a laugh.
Absolutely. Well, here's another one that really is taking the piss at the moment. Lenny Henry. Listen to this shit that he's dealing at the
He's
awards.
not-
Thank you
Because he-
so
because
much
he-
for this.
because
It means so much. Thank you.
he's-
When I
he'll
first
take
started
awards, but they're
campaigning 10 years ago with the fantastic Marcus Ryder, who's down here,
not campaigning for what, mate?
diversity was under threat.
British Diversity
What
Awards.
does he mean? What does he mean by
I
diversity?
haven't got a clue. Listen to what crap this guy comes out with.
Not anymore then, no?
Racism was on the rise, and the far right were getting louder every day.
As
I stand here tonight, I think we can all agree everything's getting so much better now. Look, I know we're living in uncertain and scary times. Feels like many of the things we fought for are being threatened and diversity is under attack.
Who's fought
Long
for
before he blundered into Iran, Donald Trump had been at war with diversity. That guy hates DEI so much, he must think it stands for Don't Eye Up Ivanka.
Even they didn't laugh. That's how bad he is. Even his
crap.
own fucking woke crowd don't laugh. Look.
Over
And he
here,
knows it.
Nigel Farage hates DEI more than he hates going to Clapham. He says we need to get rid of diversity in hiring and go back to our merit-based system. But here's what I know. We fought slavery and won. We fought apartheid and won.
We won. Yeah, we stopped slavery.
We fought Clause 28 and won.
Well, we didn't. It was
These people will never defeat us because they'll never share our passion. For us, the fight for diversity and inclusion is personal. It's our lived experience. For them, it's just part of the grift. Another way of making some quick cash by exploiting people's grievances.
Grift.
They don't have the commitment to make lasting change, but we do.
Fucking bullshit. Right, well, how about this for diversity? Listen to this.
Before you do, let me just make one
I know
point.
you were going to do that. You do that all the time.
I'm going to make 1 point. Right. Who are the best comedians in the world right now? Who gets the most laughs? Would it be, I don't know, Ricky Gervais and Dave Chappelle?
Yeah.
Who take the piss out of all this crap?
Yeah.
Or would it be that absolute turkey who just told a joke in front of his own crowd?
And they
ran up
didn't
their
laugh.
feet, and you could hear a pin drop.
Yeah.
And that would be the moment, and I've seen it happen live on stage, where you've got to go.
Yeah,
You've got
absolutely.
To walk. I had a comedian once, and no one laughed, and he said, he was struggling, John, and he was like, do you want me to tell any more jokes? Do you really want me here? And then one bear just went, yeah, go ahead. And the rest of the room was silent, and he just went, yeah, I'm going. And he just walked off stage, mate. He flopped.
Yeah.
He come to Liverpool. He come from the south to Liverpool, mate, and he flopped.
That you wouldn't credit that. But here's for diversity for you. Listen to this guy. Listen to him.
Guys, you know what? I see exactly what the government's trying to do now. They're trying to really wind the UK up. The UK, English, British, they're really, really trying to wind us up, you up, whoever it is. But anyone who has roots in the UK, deep roots, as I said before, you know, if you consider me a British person, God bless you. If you don't, also God bless you. But I'm telling you what, they are trying to wind us up. Look at all these restrictions, look at all this favoritism happening now. My God, you know what, I don't want to be explicit, but you know by code exactly what I'm talking about.
Yep. And we do. Now, there's a guy, and, you know, he's not talking about DEI. He's talking about a government that is basically fucking us all over at every level. And he's seeing it. I'm just wondering whether he could have a word with his bro, Lenny Henry, or maybe he would tell Lenny Henry where to get off.
Just let Lenny Henry find out the hard way, mate, to be honest. And you're not funny, lad, at all. And actually, if we are going to knock together a list for being deported, well, guess what? You've just bumped your way up the fucking top of it, mate. You're just behind Keir Starmer, but you're still on there.
Well, here's an explanation of how the UK population could be replaced if it were happening.
Oh, you mean as if, like, imagine we...
just imagine.
They get less and less of the natives and more foreigners.
Yeah.
Just imagine that was happening, mate. So I reckon if that was happening, someone somewhere would say something, wouldn't he, and do something about it in the government.
Yeah, something like that.
Let's discuss what a sinister force might do to slowly demographically replace a population. We're talking hypothetically. First, one would need a way to lower the fertility rate of the natives. This could be done with messaging. I don't know that having kids was bad for the environment. It would create panic that if they didn't stop having children, the world might end. One would need a movement that made women feel left out of the real world if they had stayed at home and raised children instead of getting to have a good old office job. One would make home ownership harder. You'd probably either not build enough homes, and for that you could use overly complicated and purposely awkward planning laws to drive the house prices up. And then if you combined it with mass immigration, you'd cause a housing shortage, and being in high-cost rental housing reduces the birth rate. One could drive the labour cost down using mass immigration to make sure normal working people were so on the breadline they didn't have the financial security to have children. One would create a need for mass immigration. You could purposefully not train vital workers or incentivise native workers to go on benefits to then create a panic that if you didn't fill those roles, you'd be in danger. A health service would work perfectly for this. One would gradually but rapidly increase immigration, making sure to keep immigrant communities separate at the start. If you spread them evenly across the country, people might notice what you were doing. You'd make sure large NGOs, government and media use the exact same language, like extremist, far right, and then you'd soften the language. You'd widen the meaning of the word refugee and asylum and create a narrative of compassion versus hateful bigot. You could maybe even get the population to censor themselves and silence each other. One would subtly introduce new concepts, like diversity being a strength, multiculturalism being a sign of tolerance. Make sure to educate, or some might say brainwash, the generation growing up during it to see it as a good thing and the right thing to do, given their...
I think that this guy is articulating something that could be imagined, that could be very, very fucking real in this country.
Could, I mean, just imagine if those same people, I don't know, just erased your history, then told you your people just didn't exist and your country wasn't built by you, it was built by someone else. And if anyone says anything, you're all bigots. Yeah. I mean, just imagine what kind of a country we'd be living in. Oh, hang on.
I don't have to imagine. Yeah.
It's rich. This is real. It's not a film.
Correct.
But yeah, I mean, I like the way he said it, but just come out and say, yeah, we're being replaced.
I know, but he...
Like conspiracy theory that doesn't exist.
Let's just hear a little bit more of what he's got to say. 1 second.
Evil ancestors, what they did in the past. To prevent the undoing of it all when the native population eventually realises what's happening, one could make sure the political system worked in such a way that undoing it would result in economic crashes, markets collapsing and mass panic. The media could be controlled, I don't know, to run stories about what might happen, and that might swing the elections. And then even if someone was elected, you'd crash the economy on purpose to make sure you got them out. You would silence any politician wanting to fix it with cancellation, othering language, and I don't know, you could compare them to evil historic figures, that might work. One might go as far as censoring and removing free speech to prevent anyone talking about it, especially preventing the new generation from being exposed. You could use age restrictions on websites, ban them from social media, and you could sell it by saying it was for their safety. To really have some fun, when data clearly shows it's happening, you could just deny till you die. Call anyone speaking about it, I don't know, a racist, conspiracy theorist, and you just hope the majority would go along with it. Luckily, none of that feels familiar and no one would do it anyway. But it was fun to talk about.
He needs to be careful, though. He said home ownership. Oh, hang on. Sounded a bit like he said homo for a spin it there, didn't it? Oh, you can't be saying that, mate.
Close. It was close.
Funny thing is it's not really working that well with the younger generation.
No, it isn't.
Same kids every day.
Yeah,
you can't say that, and they're still saying it.
Yep.
It's that old thing, isn't it? You try and ban children from doing something. What are they going to do?
They're just going to do it. They're just going to do it.
It's like when you were young, it's like, oh, you can't drink till you're 18. It's like, you want to bet?
Yeah.
You can't smoke till you're 16. Want to bet?
Yeah.
If they'd have just said nothing, right? Just smoke when you're 2, whatever.
They just do it.
About 5, you'd be like, oh, I'm having that again, wouldn't you?
Yeah, they find a way. No point in restricting or telling somebody you can't, because you'll just do it.
They think our generation are fighting back. The ones in the mid below us aren't, but wait for the younger generation coming through now.
Yeah.
They're having this shit rammed out. They're being told non-stop all day, you can't say this, you can't do that, you're racist, you're homophobic, you're a misogynist, blah, 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 blah. Then they're going home, the parents are going, ask them to make it make sense. And they go into school and you can't make it make sense. Wait for the backlash.
Yeah.
The generation now, we were
I
like
got-
primary
yeah.
school teenagers. Watch out. Just watch it.
Well,
Having it, mate.
the UN, there was a vote recently at the UN, and it sparked outrage.
A United Nations vote has sparked outrage, with warnings that it could open the door to Britain being hit with a reparations bill worth trillions.
Good
The UN
luck with
General
that.
Assembly has passed a resolution declaring the transatlantic slave trade the greatest crime in humanity and calling for countries to consider reparations, a move that critics say could have massive
not the
financial
Holocaust
consequences
no more,
for
no.
nations like the UK. Campaigners argue that compensation for slavery and its legacy could run into the trillions of pounds, figures that, if ever pursued, would dwarf government spending and place enormous pressure on public finances. The resolution, backed by more than 120 countries, is seeking what they describe as reparatory justice, tabled by Ghana on behalf of the African Union,
without a
that call
doubt.
for Britain to begin good faith dialogue on reparatory justice, including a full formal apology, measures of restitution and compensation. The three countries who voted against the resolution were Argentina, Israel, and the United States. Most European Union countries abstained from the vote, including countries who engaged in the transatlantic slave trade, such as Portugal, Spain, and the Netherlands. The UK also abstained in the vote, rejecting the idea of reparations and raising concerns about the legal and economic implications. Social
Really?
policy analyst Dr. Rakib Ehsan criticised Britain's abstention, saying the UK should be more confident in stating the role it played in ending slavery.
It seems extraordinary that Britain abstained on this.
Doesn't it?
Well, what can you say? Because we got this prat sat in number 10 who's saying this is the right thing to do. This guy is so full of shit.
I think you've probably had a little bit of an argument going on there, because Lammy would have been like, yes, we're going to go and vote yes. And Keir would have been like, because he's probably got two brain cells compared to Lammy's one. And he's probably gone, but David, we haven't got any money. And then he would have been like, well, we'll just do it anyway.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, just abstain then. Then we haven't said no, we haven't said yes, but we're just hiding. Oh, so the slave trade now is the worst crack. So not the Holocaust anymore. Because not being funny, last week they set some ambulances on fire, and it was like that there had been a second Holocaust.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, it's not great, like, but no one died. It's ambulance is like chill. So it's not the Holocaust. It's not Islamophobia.
No.
Oh, right. So so we can stop talking about Islamophobia and the Holocaust all the time, and then
Yeah, we're going to focus in
on something
on the slave trade.
So when the Africans going to be giving reparations to the Africans, because it was them who basically gave everyone the slaves, wasn't it? We didn't go on land and take them all off them.
No.
The Muslims, are they going to pay back 1,400 years of it?
Yeah.
Oh, right, okay. Well, tell you what, once you've paid us back, whatever's left, you can have.
Yeah. Simple as that.
There won't be nothing, so kiss my ass.
Right.
Who's asking countries for trillions of pounds? You haven't got me. Is this like fantasy land of idiots and morons?
Well, it's because
the UN, isn't it?
they're trying it on because they've had so much money. These African countries have had so much money in the past. They're just thinking, well, we're going to go get a bit more. To hell with it.
I might have a look through that list. It's gone now, isn't it? But because the majority of the UN, something like 50 odd countries, are Islamic. So are they just like trolling us at this point in time, or something? Especially like Saudi and that, because they used to just take them from the east coast of Africa, and then why is there no African Arab communities?
Yeah,
why is that? Do you know? I know, because he fucking castrated them all. That's why.
Yeah.
And then 25% of them died due to that, and then the rest of them couldn't have children. So there's just no. So it's like they were never there, John.
Oh God, don't. Well, moving on.
They're moaning about it like they are in our country, are they? So they're getting away with it. Brilliant.
Moving on. Keir Starmer being a crybaby. This is one of yours. Right? Now, you got a choice. Who's the best actor out of these two?
We'll go on. We'll go with Keir first.
Here we go.
Nobody has been harder on me in relation to the mistake I made there than me. And I'll tell you for why. I've spent years trying to deal with violence against women and girls.
bollocks.
And as I look back at it now, and the mistake I make, I've been really hard on myself. In the immediate days after this all came out, I was particularly hard on myself. So, yeah, everybody else was criticising, I guess, all that. But nobody was criticising me more than myself. I'm not trying to make that a mitigation or an excuse. But I know I made a mistake.
I can see that you feel that.
I know that
you can
after
see that he
nearly
feels
20
that?
years
God.
fighting violence against women and girls, I made a mistake there. And I hate the fact I made that mistake. And I dwell on it. I beat myself up about it. It's certainly not a mistake I'd ever repeat. But there's no criticism anybody else can level at me that will be as harsh as the criticism I've dished out for myself.
Oh, really? Now, here's your competition. Who's the better actor?
This is all wrong. I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? How dare you? You have stolen my dreams, my childhood, with your empty words. And yet I'm one of the lucky ones.
Yes.
People are suffering. People are dying. Entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?
It's tough to decide. Right then, viewers, can we have some feedback here? Who would you believe the most? Greta or fucking two-tier lying bastard Keir, who, by the way, we wouldn't know if he'd beaten himself up, would we? Because we've seen him on the punch bag, and he punches like a fanny. Right? And he says he's criticised himself more than anyone else. Okay, has he called himself a cowardly, traitorous, lying, empty shell of a Fabian wanker? I bet he fucking hasn't.
No, he hasn't.
No, but I have. Shit house. As if he used women and... I've been so busy trying to fight... You've been doing fuck all for women and girls, you bellend. They're literally coming in a fucking dinghy, fucking raping and murdering on a daily basis. What was the last one? 12 or something? Or fucking
12.
Some 17-year-old now, so they're not discriminating on age. So don't worry. You new little fucking rapey migrants, they don't discriminate. No, like us on the far right. They'll fucking rape anyone at any age, you know what I mean? You shithouse.
Well,
that was a pure act, John.
Pure
I don't
act.
think it was as performative as Greta, to be fair. I think she edged that one slightly, but as soon as he started that, I was just like, oh, is that Greta's brother? We're women and girls. I've been fighting. Why did he even need to say that? What's that got to do with the price of fish, mate? Women and girls got to do the price of him being an absolute twat. Sorry.
That's it.
Well, it is like 11:30 on a Friday, so I've said the T word and what.
Right. Well, anyway, right, we're going to go into the weekend a little bit happier, right? And this is for all the guys out there, the guys that realistically know what these kind of jokes are about. Here it is. Here's the first one. And this is a Gary Craig special.
Oh, no.
My neighbor just got arrested for growing weed. I guess my property line isn't where I thought it was. My next door neighbor knocked on my door wearing nothing but a see-through negligee. Asked to borrow a cup of sugar, then winked at me and asked to come in for a coffee. I said, "Fuck off, Dave." Dear God, you gave me childhood, you took it away. You gave me youth, you took it away. You gave me a wife. It's been years now, I'm just reminding you.
Oh no, they'll let John.
We've had it.
Now, he's had it because the second one was a transphobic, and the second one was third one was misogyny. He's in trouble, isn't he? If the left ever get, God forbid LBC have him on. Shit, he's in trouble. You're going to jail, Gary. Fucking run, run. Storm is coming.
Well, it's the weekend, and I thought I saw something from the great Crewkern Gazette once again. Brilliant guys. And it is the great sing-off. between Starmer and Trump. It's a sing-off. It's a competition.
Oh, could they not have a fight instead? And just get out
No. Well, Starmer would lose that straight away, but here you go.
He can't even beat himself up, mate. He beat himself up the other day, he said. He's got knock on a mark on him, which is not surprising when he got his punch bag.
Well, thank you very much for your articulate observations. Once again, the Ginga Stinger has hit it right on the head.
Mate, they give it on a plate, don't they? It's just like,
Yes,
here's an
they
open
do.
goal, here's 20 footballs, just smash them in the back of the net, son.
Thank you to Gary. Thank you to all those people that are giving some great jokes, making people smile and be a little bit happier. And here it is, the great sing-off between Starmer and Trump. Have a lovely weekend, everybody. We'll see you on Monday at a more normal time. We won't be able to swear then, will we? Shit.
Yeah, we fucking will.
Here we go.
And now, live from London, it's the Great Sing-Off.
My time on every call, but he went out and said I was weak and way too small. He says I fall too slow and I never take the lead. He says I freeze up every time when the world moves with speed. He said I stalled the fight, took too long to make a move. Probably not that type of man. Said I've got no strength to prove. He says I'm no Churchill, not even close to that. Says I always show up late when the moment's already past. Trump hates me, yeah, yeah, yeah. Trump hates me, yeah, yeah, yeah. With a hit like that, how do I win him back? Now I'm calling up his side.
Right, I've had enough of that shit. Should we go on to Trump?
I was going to say, could we, please?
Okay, here we go. Look at him. He's full of shit. Look at that. And here is Trump now. Here we go.
Way up in London town where the siren cried. Snowsuit in a panic with a begging eye. There stood a weak lawyer with a nervous grin, checking every poll before it dives right in. He never stepped up when the heat got loud, just hid in the back while I worked the crowd. So slow, slow gear, too slow. Slow gear, so slow. Slow gear, too slow. Slow gear, so slow. Gears far too slow. Had to get a nudge just to make a move. While the world went fast, he was stuck on through. All the big boys laughed when he stalled the game. While I took the win, he was late again. People passing by, they were joking loud. That guy needs a map just to find the crowd. So slow, slow gear, too slow. Slow gear, so slow. Slow gear, too slow. Slow gear, so slow.
I think I like this version better, don't you?
They said you're the boss, but you choke the fight. You ain't Churchill, kid, just wink and light. I said make a call, you just stall again. That's a total loser in the world of men. When the pressure's on, you just disappear. Show up when it's done, way too slow, gear. Slow, slow. Slow gear, too slow. Slow gear, so slow. Slow gear, too slow. Slow gear, so slow. Gear's far too slow. When the pressure's on, you just disappear. Show up when it's done. We don't need you here.
Yeah. There you go.